I think for me, it's really based on the audience. Even though I feel comfortable, I know what I want to say, but sometimes I mirror myself based on the person or the group that I'm speaking to. And if I feel like, they are at the same level, I speak just about the same level of language and tone and context because I know we could communicate at that level. But sometimes if I'm guessing, um, I have some other immigrant groups. I know they're not so good in English. And when I talk to them, I feel like my English somehow went down several levels just because I have to look for the right word to describe. Um, well, I feel like I'm questioning myself. Do they understand? Where should I need to keep the tone or the explanation to be? And sometimes they are looking at me, and I can't guess whether they understand or not, or they just giving me the respect by looking at me. So it's different when you talk one on one or one to a few people or to a large group of audience. Because when I talk to a larger group, I know I'm just there to say what I have to say, and some people gonna resonate, some people gonna listen. I know not the whole entire room because a lot of times people are having their own conversation or they're on their phone and their attention is somewhere else. But when it's one on one, it just takes me a minute to gauge on that interaction and see where is that person's mind at, and at what capacity can I communicate with them. So but yeah, so we're talking about participation in America 250, and we want to carry the civic engagement skills beyond just those celebration events because that helps the community to communicate and get to know each other. And sometimes it's just to show up and be helpful, be non-threatening, be not of an agenda, like I have a business to promote. Years ago, I had this friend that I talked to often, and when she somehow joined a network marketing company, I was the first person she wanted to recruit. And at that time, I didn't know any better. I just kind of joined whatever people asked me to, and they were selling vitamins and stuff. And I don't know what kind of training she went to, but the way she was doing it, she had her upline person, and they would go places to a restaurant, to somebody's office, to a friend's house, and they would just barge in and sit there and entitle to that space and start talking, and they talk until somebody say yes to,
Mm.
okay, I would join you, I will buy you. But they didn't understand, for me, I was just looking, is this the way you do things? People just wanted to brush you off. That's why they wanted to buy their product. For me, I just, regardless of how many of those meetings I went with them, I couldn't train myself of doing that. It's just, it didn't go well with me. And then they had to tell, everybody they recruit, this is so successful because, we're totally believe in this product and we could just go and talk to everybody. It's like they were so brainwashed and they feel that righteousness, like they need to spread this good news around the world. But I think sometimes we all have different experience and in our brain. Of course, when I was little, I was trained in the way that when other people are talking, don't interrupt. You gotta be a good kid, be polite, give the other people the right of way first. Like Randy said, if I gave them that right of way, I would never go anywhere. But yeah, and then some other experiences just that when I saw how people are so um, entitled to taking up that space, and I feel like, hey, that's not right either. So sometimes I have to keep a balance just to feel the room first and see how I could jump in and how I can contribute. But once I break through my own ice, I feel more comfortable and I contribute more. And I've done things that a lot of people didn't think I could ever done anyway. So it just takes that little effort to get started.